It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Ravens and the Chiefs, and it's coming up next.
It is still summer in the Midwest and a pleasant summer day as we are set for football at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here in Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and CD. You think about our quarterback matchup here. We got a couple of guys who are definitely dangerous when you get down near the red zone. Lamar Jackson of the Ravens, Patrick Mahomes of the Chiefs.
And you used the perfect word there, Brandon, dangerous. Yeah, they're dangerous just about anywhere on the field, but the red zone, that's where they absolutely excel, and I think it's because they can keep defenses off balance. You know they can run, you know they can pass. The RPOs come into play, but the biggest thing is when the pocket breaks down, they can create something out of nothing and sting a defense.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Shoves him away. And out across midfield down to the 45. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense. Able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. On the option, it's Jackson. First down and more for Jackson. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
2nd and 9. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. He's to the 10. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Dobbins. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Play action. It's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes. They go play fake. Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And another thing that makes the comeback really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Derek Wolfe that time, the one who got in there to make the play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now here's Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the first down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
The drive will start with an option going left. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff for Dobbins, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
We got this.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. To throw is Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Let's go.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando, and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
So the PI decline, and that'll give them a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Jackson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing is Jackson.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but always so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Open man Watkins. Touchdown Baltimore. Sammy Watkins there to make the grab. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Well, quickly to Kelsey. Room here to run. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy.
Travis Kelsey. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 75 yards. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. And when we talk about yards after the catch, you think about speedy little receivers, but Travis Kelsey was 3rd in the NFL in 2020 in that category.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Mahomes now to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Here's Mahomes to throw.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Mahomes' throw pulled in by Robinson here.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 39, Mahomes. Man open is Robinson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Williams.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Darrell Williams taking it in from a yard out. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Butker on for the PAT. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. That time, a 9-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Off the play fake. Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here. You're only as good as your last possession. But I think that they like, as you said, the spot they're in and how confidently they're playing at this point.
But again, just a 1-possession lead, looking to expand that now. The tackle made by L.J. Ford.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
From the 31, Mahomes.
That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire.
Fights through him. touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 69 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, CD, with receivers, we talk about their speed, great hands. It's tough to quantify elusiveness, but they say he has great elusiveness, and he showed it right there with a run after the catch.
And I caught a quick glimpse of him before the ball was snapped, and there was something about his body language where you could tell early in this play, he wasn't just thinking first down. He was thinking end zone, and he got there.
Butker now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
On the return is Duvernay. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jackson's throw taken in by Watkins here.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Jackson on first down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 5. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run here with Dobbins.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go, I might come right back at him with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop him.
He'll buy some time right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Nick Bolton able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire.
This will go for 5 up to the 33.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Edwards-Helaire on the counter.
And he stopped immediately there. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. To throw is Mahomes.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 24-17. A minute 39 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Now Jackson.
He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Here's Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Throwing, Jackson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Jackson.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. This is caught. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards.
And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. KC's offense ready to take over.
They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. First throw of overtime for Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. It's complete to Robinson.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practice. practiced it because on first down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up second and third down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
13 yards remaining on second down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Robinson's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
Well, that certainly changes things here because they're in field goal range already, but a field goal, that's not what they're looking for now, not after that big play right here in overtime.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now here's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Mahomes. And he's got it. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one.
That we were. I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? We're getting overtime. Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL.